Hey, where are you guys? I'm here and I'm ready and you're not here. And it's 8:45. So I'm starting without you. Okay, quick little warm up. Take your feet to the width of the mat. Take a nice big deep breath and make your arms like a Y. So don't take them all the way up right now. Just try to create space between the shoulder blades and then push your butt back. Come down halfway, get your body nice and stretched out here. And come back up, take the arms nice and wide. Really keep them long. And try to find your breath. There's Anne. Try to find your breath with this movement. There she is. I just started. I don't know where Sue and Val are, but thank you for being here with me. Keep the arms nice and wide. And now halfway fold. Keep your back nice and long and your belly in. Now from here, this time we're taking the arms out to the side. Try to keep the palms nice and lifted. And now come back up, flip your palms to the ceiling and reach them up. And then do that again. Hips back. You're weighting into your heels. Pull the arms by your side, try to lift them up. And come back up to standing, flip your palms and sweep them, nice and wide. One more time. Fold halfway down. Arms to the side, lift them up. Come up, flip the palms and reach. Nice. Now take the left arm down and just go over with the right arm. And then do the same on the other side. Keep the hips nice and quiet. And then we're going to add that in. So you're just trying to sweep the arm nice and long, get it really straight and focus on up, reaching to touch the ceiling. Okay, now we're just going to put our hands on our hips. You're going to take your hips left. So you're feeling a nice stretch, hopefully in this inner thigh, and then go right. And then just oscillate between the two. Your feet are nice and wide. Let's just do a few more. Now, take the hip out to the side and then pull your butt back and then to the other side and then switch. Do it again. Now go the other way. And then just sort of move them, butt back and around, and one more time. Nice. Now bring your hands to heart. You're going to come into a little squat, nothing crazy big, and then back up. Little squat and back up. Now take the feet hip width apart and keep squatting. Just warming up our quads a little bit here. Now bring the arms out, maybe go a little deeper, maybe not, depending on how you feel. Nice. Now let's bring the feet completely together and give me these squats. They don't need to be huge. What I would like you to concentrate on is keeping your feet equally weighted. Do a few more. Then we're going to meet in a full fold. So take the arms up, do a nice slow swan dive all the way down. Hips pull back. You're going to let the head go. You're going to look through your knees to the back of the room. So nice long neck. Nice straight legs if you can. And just try to unweight the upper body here. So don't put a lot of weight into the hands here. Just sort of hang. Big deep breaths. Okay, now we're going to inhale to a flat back and fold back down. Do that again. Inhale, look up. Push your hips back this time and then fold back down. Inhale, look up, hips back, fold back down, let your head go. Now here, with your feet together, you're going to lift your hands off the floor, fold your arms. Little harder to balance, but a good challenge. Equally weighting both feet, dangling the torso and the head. Few more big breaths. Okay, take your hands to the floor. We're gonna walk out, lots of steps with the hands till you get all the way to the front and you're in a high plank. Let's find the shoulders over the wrists. Now lift the hips and pull back to a down dog as you drive your heels to the floor. Nice stretch for the calves. Up on the toes, drift the body forward to plank. Hips up, heels down. Downward facing dog. Do that again. High on the toes, drift the body forward. Keep the legs nice and straight in your plank. And then back to that down dog, driving the heels to the floor. Now, keeping the feet together, we're just going to start to pedal them. So one heel up, the other one down. And just keep going. Now we're going to separate those feet 4 to 6 inches apart. Get up on the toes and both heels down. Just a few more times here. Now stay up on the toes, float forward to plank, lift your left foot up off the ground. Put it back down, lift the right one. Pull in the belly, stay really strong through your core, and just keep alternating. Left foot, right foot. You want to keep those shoulders over the wrists and your tummy active. One more on each side. Now step your feet in so your knees are under your hips. You're in bear. Just hold here for a few breaths. Now put the knees down on the floor. Keep your toes tucked under. You're going to drift the hips back over the heels, and you're going to walk your hands to the corners, front corners of your mat. Big stretch for the lats. Now it's not about forcing, right? You just kind of want to gradually, as you exhale, think about letting the armpits get a little closer to the floor. Now we're going to take the left palm, flip it so the palm faces the ceiling. Nothing else is going to change. And then lift the hand off the floor. Keep that arm nice and long. And close it back down, relax. Do the same other side. Open the right palm, lift it and reach it. And then relax and do it again, left side. And right side. And left side. And right side. Nice. Come into your quadruped position with your wrists under your shoulders. We're going to run through some cat-cows here. So round the back, draw the hips back a little bit. Create as much space between those shoulder blades as you can. And hold on that spot as you breathe 3 times. Now drop into those shoulders. Your coccyx bone goes up to the ceiling. Look forward. Now while you're in this position, even though sometimes it feels impossible to do, pull the belly up and into the spine. And come back to that cat. So you're really arching, hips drift back, hold on that spot. Your neck should feel no compression, right? You just want to let your head, your eyes look down by your knees. Now drop into those shoulders, take your gaze, look up. We're going to run through this one more time. Round the back, pull the hips back a little bit. And then drop into those shoulders, look up. So from here, get a neutral spine, belly in. Come off the knees to a small downward facing dog. So you're not repositioning the hands. Lift the left leg up. Right heel is on the floor. Left leg up and then switch. Right leg up. And just sort of keep walking the feet up and lower and lift and lower, and just do that a few more times. Nice. Now, take your feet, walk them all the way forward towards your hands. Inhale, extend to a flat back. Reverse swan dive all the way back up. Flip your palms and reach for the ceiling. Take it all the way back down again. Arms are nice and long and nice and straight. Your head relaxes. Look through your knees. So you should feel a little looser in this position. Now, inhale to a flat back. And fold back down. Inhale to a flat back. And fold back down. And let's do one more. Now, reverse swan dive all the way back up. Flip your palms. Bring your hands over heart. Then have you step your left foot forward and your right leg back. So try not to have too much space between your feet, just to the point where you're like, ooh, this is a little bit of a balance challenge. If your feet are pulled out too far, you're going to be very stable. So I want you to take your hands, fingers by your ears, pull your elbows back. You got both legs straight and both heels down. We're just going to do a nice little fold forward here. So you get lots of length into that left leg and a little work for the upper back. So when you fold down, keep the elbows back. Fold. When you're looking at your feet when you're folding down, you want to check and make sure they're facing forward. And here's your last one on this side. Fold down. Come back up. Release the arms, step that foot back, bring the other one forward. Again, you want to feel just ever so slightly, oh yeah, I gotta get all this stuff working here to hold this balance. Elbows high, fold down, come back up. Should feel really good behind that right leg. Your range of motion, keep challenging it. Maybe you go a little further on this last one. Okay, come up. Release the arms. We're going to start out with some lateral arm work. So whatever weights you use to do a lateral arm lift. We're going to start with our feet hip width apart. So nice tall posture, right? Shoulders drop back and down. Open out to the side, let them come back down. Bring them forward and back down. Try to keep the arms nice and long. And just sort of alternate nice and slow. Out to the side. And in and up. Keep the neck long, your chin up. You're just looking forward. And you're putting as much control into the arm movement. So get rid of the momentum, slow and controlled. And if you feel the shoulders drifting forward, get in check. Okay, out to the side now, bring them towards each other and then lower down. So out to the side, bring them together and lower down. We're going to do that a few more times. Keep your neck nice and long. Out, in, and down. Two more. Nice. Okay. Now you're going to come straight up. Take them out and down. And if your range of motion is limited here, that's okay. We're starting to probably feel some fatigue. Just make sure you're not squeezing the weights, your grip. Crowd out that chest as much as you can. You're going to try to do a few more here. Okay, there we go. That was easy. Now, we're going big. We're picking up the heaviest weights we have. We're going to do some deadlifts. Just going to take my ring off. Okay, so grab your heavy ones. So just a regular old deadlift. You got both feet down on the floor, nice and straight. Good, long spine. Hips push back. So if you watch me from the side, I'm just gonna pull my hips back without collapsing through the shoulders. I'm just gonna bring both weights down nice and slow and right back up. Butt back, wading into my heels, moving nice and slow through this range. So we're gonna do a few more. And then we're gonna do some balance challenge with one leg. Woo, so fun. My favorite. Okay, one more. So we're not going to change the position of our arms. All we're going to do when we start to come down is sweep the right leg back. The movement everywhere else is exactly the same. Come back up and then do the same on the other leg. Come back down, nice and slow and steady. Work the range you got, and then up slow and steady. You're going to keep alternating legs. A lot of control. You want to keep the movement as smooth as you can. When you take the leg back behind you, I would like it straight. So even if it doesn't get high up, that's okay. But try to push the leg long. So you're using those muscles to help you balance. Do two more on each leg. Don't let those shoulders roll forward. So you should feel some fatigue in that thoracic spine, your arms a little bit. Okay, put them down. We're going to do a little set of push-ups and then rows. So try to keep 2 sets of weights for the rows nearby. The heavy set you were just using for your legs, see if you can row with those, if not, one level down from that. So we're doing 7 push-ups and 7 rows. So get into position. Knees down is always an option. Nice and slow and in control. Come on down. Push back up. When you get to the top of the push-up, push away from the floor. And then lower back down. And push up and away. And again. So you're working a lot of range here. And you're going nice and slow. You always want to keep your neck long so you don't drop your face. Okay. A lot of people, when they do push-ups, it's the head that they're dropping. You don't want to do that. Okay, so we're back up on our feet. We're doing 7 really good rows. Try to go heavy here if you can. So we got a forward fold with a long spine, belly in, with those elbows up. Keep your weight drifting back into those heels. Up and squeeze and lower back down. We're doing these nice and slow as well. Up and squeeze. Your neck is long, you're just looking forward. Squeeze. So I got a little pause going on at the top. And I keep my weight out of the front part of my feet. We're going to do this set 3 times. Nice loose grip on those weights. Okay, one more here. Then we're back down on the floor doing our 7 push-ups. Just gonna turn my AC up a bit. Coming right down to those push-ups. Nice and slow and steady. Let's do it. Exhaling out as you're pressing up, inhaling on the way down. Nice, okay. We're back up on our feet again. We have 7 rows. Slow and steady here wins this race. So feet hip width, belly in, of course. Elbows are coming up nice and close to the body. Really proud out your chest. Get those elbows up high, lower down with lots of control. So you're kind of resisting on the way down. You can make these fabulous. You only have 7 to do. And if you've chosen weights where you don't feel like it's challenging, don't wait for the set to be over. Grab some heavier ones. Okay, last round of push-ups. Let's do this. Remember, you got that little pause at the top of that push-up where you're pushing away from the floor. Inhaling on the way down, exhaling on the way up. That belly up and into the spine. Keep your neck long. So much to think about. Okay, last round of rows. Up you get. So nice little fold, long spine, belly in. Let's go. 7. Slow going down. 6. Nice big squeeze at the top of those shoulder blades, right? Last 2. And last one. Great job. Okay. Keep those heavy weights close by. We're going to use one of them. We're going to get down on the floor. We're going to do some lat pulls. So, just one weight. You can hold the ends of the weight, like I'm showing you. So start out with it centered over your chest. Your legs are bent. Now give me that pelvic tilt so you feel your low back on the floor. And then in control, the arms move back and then forward. And when you move them forward, try to get them over the belly button, or maybe even a little further. And then back again. Nice long neck, slow on the way down. We're only doing 7, and then we're gonna switch it up. Now see if you can keep the ribs low when the arms go back. So try to push everything down towards the earth. Okay, so now when you pull up, bring the elbows down to the side of your body. Let the weight rest just on your hips. You're going to walk your feet in closer to your butt. Tilt that pelvis up and peel up off the floor. Lift your hips up. And then go right back down, one vertebrae at a time. Now pick the weight up and give me a lat pull with your ribs nice and low. Bring it back up, elbows down, weight on the hips, peel up one vertebrae at a time, come on back down, press that weight up, take it back for that pull, keep the ribs low, bring it back forward, elbows down, bridge it up. We're going to do this 3 more times. Getting up and out of that bridge should be nice and slow and controlled. Make sure you're peeling up one vertebrae at a time, really pressing up through the heels, right? Then you'll feel the glutes doing the work, which is what we want. So make sure those heels are nice and close to your butt, and that's where the weight is going. So when you press up, you're pushing away from the floor, just the heels, not the pad of the foot. Okay, here's our last one. Bring those elbows down, put that weight back on your hips, peel back up into that bridge. So the back of the arms are not on the floor. You're going to take the right leg, step it out. So now you just got that left foot on the floor, wading into that left heel, and then switch feet. Keep the hips up. Keep your hips nice and square. Now switch again. A lot of work for that little hamstring and glute. Now hold the right leg out. Take that right heel, lower it down towards the floor, and pick it back up. All the way, point the toes up to the ceiling. Lower it back down. Keep the hips square though, don't go too low. Take it back up. One more time. Lower down, pick it up. Put that foot down, do the same on the other side. Left leg up, lower it, and lift. Nice and slow, right? Lower, make sure that right knee's not moving out to the side. Use that inner thigh muscle to pull it in. Here's your last one. Now, both feet on the floor, you're still in the bridge. You're going to pick the weight up. So you got both ends in your hands. You're just going to lower the elbows to the floor and push back up. And just go up and down. Lower and lift. Keep your butt up and your glutes tight. Three more. Nice and slow coming down. Okay. On this last one, slowly lower the hips to the floor. Extend the legs all the way out. You're going to sit yourself up. We're going to do some tricep extensions. So I'm going to pick up 2 weights instead of just 1. So it's a little more challenging, but you pick your weight for your triceps. Hopefully they're 2. So we don't let the weights touch. We use our arms to stabilize them. Get that pelvic tilt going on. Your legs are still bent. Now you bend at the elbow. Let the weights come down to the shoulder. Press back up. Come down really slow, like 4 or 5 counts down. And then 4 or 5 counts up. We're doing this 7 times. Down really slow. Don't squeeze the weights. Exhale out as you press them up. Inhale on the way down. So I'm working on my last two here. That's how slow I'm going. Hopefully you're not using any momentum to straighten out those arms. Okay. At the top, we're going to transition this into a fly. So keep that pelvic tilt, keep that belly down. Start out with your weights touching at the top. Your palms are facing. You open up nice and wide till the back of the arms touch the floor, and then pull in and squeeze the chest as you bring the weights back together at the top. Open out, lots of control, and squeeze as you pull together. Find your breath. Make sure you're working as much range of motion here as you can. You might need to adjust your weights. This is not the easiest move. You want to keep those arms just with a little bend in them. Okay, quick little transition. Come back and give me a tricep extension. So we're going to do one of each. Come back up, give me a nice fly. Tricep extension and a fly. 5 more. Tricep, we're going a little quicker. Extension, and just keep alternating. We're just getting to 7. So I've got 2 more to do. Here's my last one. Nice job. Okay, put the weights down, off to the side. We're going to bring our knees up and into the chest. Make a nice little circle. It's just a little break. We're not finished. Don't get excited. Go the other way. Now open your knees nice and wide so you feel your inner thighs get a nice little stretch. And while you're holding the knees nice and wide as your legs are bent, I just want you to circle the ankles. So you're giving your ankles a bit of love here. Now change the direction. Hopefully you're nice and flat on the shoulder blades. Now let's just point and flex. Nice. Okay, take the legs straight up towards the ceiling. Your arms are on the floor, your palms facing down. You're going to slowly lower that right leg, maybe about a third of the way down, and then let the left leg join it. So you got both your legs a third of the way down. Now push the belly into the floor. Now bend your knees and let them drift in towards you. Then go back to that straight leg. Lower the right, lower the left. Hold on that spot as you draw the belly down. Your legs should be perfectly straight. Let the knees float back in. Back to that straight leg. Right leg comes down. See if you can maybe take it a little bit lower, but it's really important to keep that belly down. Left leg joins. Pull the stomach in, and bring those knees into the chest. Make a big circle with your knees. Go the other way. Nice. Now, legs back up to the ceiling. This time, you're taking your hands behind your head and you're lifting up into a crunch. So drop your chin towards your chest. But as you do that, I want you to pull the elbows back a little bit so they're not forward. Now, you're going to do a little Kegel. So it's going to be very hard to see, but I want you to tilt up, tilt that pelvis up So you almost feel that low back off the floor. And then release it down. And then do it again. This time, be mindful of what happens to the belly. Make sure it's staying down. Lift up, don't forget to breathe. Lower back down. Lift up. It's not swinging the legs. You can barely see it, but you can definitely feel it in the six-pack muscle. Lower down. Put the head down, let the knees come into the chest. You're going to turn your head side to side. So a little stretch for the neck. Okay, legs back up. Now this time your arms are on the floor. I just want you to bend the legs so you have a 90-degree angle at the knee and your ankle. Now you probably feel some space between your lower back and the floor. I want you to see if you can get rid of it. Keeping those two angles in your legs. Now, really try hard to pull the belly down. You're going to, in slow motion, your feet are flexed. In slow motion, you're going to take that right heel, keeping the leg bent, and just drift it down towards the floor. Once you feel it hit the floor, bring it back up nice and slow. Little work for your transverse abdominis muscles. Belly down, other side. Nice and slow. Back pressing into the floor. Legs staying bent. Right back up once that heel taps. Now you've done one on each side. Now you're going to try to do two heels at the same time. Nice and slow. And if you don't make it all the way down to the floor with your heels, that's okay. Take the range of motion that you got going on. Now we're back to the singles. This time you're going to start with your left foot. So left heel taps the floor, comes back up. Right heel taps, comes back up, and both together. Let's do one more. Start with your right leg. And left leg. And both. And pull those knees into the chest. Little circle, little feel-good moment going on here. Change your direction with the circle. And maybe just add a little gentle rock side to side. Okay, you're going to lift your head up off the floor, tuck your chin, elbows back, so you're in like a crunch position. Belly down, your legs are bent. Now you're going to take the right leg out and your left knee in. Now you're going to rotate the right shoulder towards your left knee. And just hold that. Try to get that knee a little closer. Try to get that shoulder up towards the left knee. And then take it all back down to your starting point. So just relax, let it go. So you've got your legs bent, your hands are behind your head. You're going to extend the left leg out, nice and straight, 45 degrees up off the floor. Chin tucks, so you're up off the shoulder blades. Drop those elbows back. Pull your right knee in. Rotate your left shoulder towards that right knee and hold. Try to actively pull the left knee towards your left shoulder. And then relax it all down. We're going to do this 2 more times. So your right leg goes out 45 degrees from the floor. Lift up, crunch it up, pull that left knee towards the right shoulder and hold it. So it's not the elbow, it's really the shoulder rotating. So you're really activating your oblique. And then relax. And back up. Right knee, you're just switching sides. So your left leg's out, your right knee is pulling towards that left shoulder. and relax and pull the knees in. Make that nice little circle again. Change your direction. We're going to do a few little stretches before we sign off. So legs are bent. You're going to cross your right knee over the left. You're going to make the legs not so bent. So slide your foot out a bit. And then using that right leg, take the left knee towards the floor, not all the way. Left arm is going to sweep directly back behind you. I have my palm facing the midline of the body. You can switch yours, play around with the angles. We talk about that. Just hold here, feel that nice stretch over the hip. Now let's take that arm, take it to a 45-degree angle. So now you're really feeling it across the chest. Great job. Okay, come on back. And you're going to cross over the other way. So let's take the left knee over right. Not too much of a bend. Guide them to the left side. Your right arm comes up, sweeps directly back behind you. Keep that arm nice and long so you get that nice release over the hip. Reach and breathe. And use your left leg to get that right knee going down towards the floor. Okay, bring the arm up, bring the knees up. You're going to uncross them. We're going to do that nice full body stretch. So take the arms back behind you. Get nice and flat on the blades. Spread your fingers wide for me. Your arms are reaching. Your toes are pointing. While you hold this, I want you to actively press the stomach down. Now, try to get those ribs down also while you hold this pose. Sink them. Just stay here for a few more breaths. Okay, your arms are going to come up. Your head's going to lift. You're going to come up Pilates style, pulling in the belly, rounding the spine. Dive between those legs. Nice little stretch for that lower back. Just hold on this spot. And as you come up, I want you to pull the right knee inside your left leg. So you're sitting up really long and tall here. You're actively using the leg on the right, the muscle, to push that leg towards the floor. Keep that activation going as you walk the body forward. Maybe your elbows can get down on the floor. Just hang out here and breathe 4 or 5 breaths. You want to be pressing the back of that left leg down towards the floor as well. Okay, walk it up. We're just going to switch legs. So take the right leg out, left leg in, sitting up with your best posture. Try to lower this left leg down towards the floor. While you keep that activation, slowly walk it forward. Press your right leg nice and long. Hold here for 3 more big breaths. Okay, gently walk it back up. You're going to come up onto your toes. You're going to hang out here just for a sec. Get really high. Lift those heels as high as you can. And then right back to that full forward fold. Drift your hips back.
Completely unweight your upper body. Fold your arms. 3 big breaths. Try to get those legs as straight as possible. Okay, hands above your knees, come up nice and slow.
And then take a nice big deep breath. And I thank you very much for your power and your strength. Thank you for being here, getting it done.